On April 10th, 1815, on a small island in Indonesia, a mountain quiet for centuries opened up, and the sky itself began to disappear. This wasn't just a big eruption. Mount Tambora is, to this day, the largest volcanic explosion ever recorded by human beings. Not the deadliest, not the most famous, the largest. The blast was heard over 1,600 miles away, roughly the distance from London to Moscow. People that far off assumed it was cannon fire from a war they hadn't heard was happening. The eruption blew the top third off the mountain. Ash, pumice, and rock, 100 cubic kilometers of it, were thrown into the sky, along with 60 megatons of sulfur gas. The plume reached 27 miles into the atmosphere, past the altitude commercial jets fly at, past where weather happens at all, straight into the stratosphere. On islands hundreds of miles away, the sun didn't rise for days. Not clouded over, gone. Absolute darkness at noon for as long as 3 days straight in the worst-hit areas. On Sumbawa itself, the death toll was almost instant. Pyroclastic flows, walls of superheated gas and rock moving faster than a car on a highway, erased entire villages in minutes. The blast triggered tsunamis that raced across the Java Sea, drowning coastal communities that had no idea anything had happened until the water arrived. Historians estimate somewhere between 40 and 70,000 people died in the eruption itself and its immediate aftermath. And that number, as devastating as it is, was only the beginning. Because the ash and gas that Tambora threw into the sky didn't just fall back down. It didn't just blow away. It went somewhere far more dangerous, up into the stratosphere, where wind doesn't behave the way it does down here. 60 megatons of sulfur, that high up, doesn't just disappear. It turns into a fine aerosol haze. And once it's in the stratosphere, it doesn't rain back out in weeks. It can stay up there for years. So the real question isn't what Tambora did to one island in Indonesia in April of 1815. It's what happens when that much sulfur starts spreading. Quietly, invisibly, around an entire planet. Within weeks, that haze would begin circling the globe. Within a year, it would reach farms in New England and cities across Europe. And nobody there would have any idea a volcano was the reason their world was about to go cold. Next week, a veil over the world. How a sulfur cloud from a mountain nobody outside Indonesia had heard of ended up dimming the sun over 2 continents.